It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To the air, May. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. In motion right is Brown. 2nd and 5. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Touchdown, Jaguars! From a yard out. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll throw with May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Throwing here is May. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trayvon Walker from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They're going to throw. May. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
No no movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jamar Chase from 4 yards out. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down.
That's good for the Jaguars.
Going quickly here to Thomas. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Gets this complete to Butte. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun, Corcoran. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Corcoran. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal. Brown goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. De'Ami Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 72 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From the shotgun, May with it. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the set, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Here's May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it with May. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Corcoran. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. Being chased out left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return. Jacksonville score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Corcoran. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. In motion right is Thomas. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. In motion left comes Brown. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Corcoran out left here. It's complete to Wheaton. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Play action. May. Flush to his right. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll throw with May. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Through the middle of the field. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Back to throw. Corcoran. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Corcoran. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or 2, hoping someone comes into contact.
Looking to throw. Corcoran. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Looking to throw, May. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Off play action. Corcoran. That is caught. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 42 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. New England on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Corcoran. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need, and my goodness, another interception. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Corcoran. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Corcoran. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Second and 10. And they go play action with May. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And now here's another interception. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Carter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
At the 27-yard line.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Corcoran. Man open, here's Jones. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A good pickup there, 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Corcoran escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
3rd and goal from the 6. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. De'Ami Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To the air, May. And he will find his man Chase complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Here's May. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Corcoran. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have game.
And now here's another interception. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Throwing to start the drive. Corcoran. Out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking deep here for Chase. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's May. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
4th down. Here's May. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now they'll change things up. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Roquan Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Corcoran to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for New England. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
To throw, it's May.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Patriots 22.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Throwing here is May.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now May on the sneak.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Got a man, Boutte.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself,